waking up the masses.
When you wake up in the morning,
It's your baby mama's favorite astrologer.
like, can I get 5 more minutes?
Scrape that crust off that third eye and tap in with Hood in the morning.
Every morning.
From Atlantis to Egypt, you are now tapped in with the realest nigga on the internet, the Hood Mystic. The Hood Mystic.
713, you tapped in with the Hood Mystic. What's going on with you?
Oh, what's up, Hood?
Chilling, man,
How you
chilling.
doing today, man?
Doing
This
well.
this Lionel right here.
What's up, Lionel? Good to hear from you. 823
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Really, I was just calling in, listening.
Mhm.
'Cause I had it on speakerphone, and I was dropping my little girl off to school.
Sure,
so
sure.
I had put it on here. So, yeah, man, y'all was going deep about that love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything, the love, the prosperity,
Mm-hmm.
the white folks,
Mhm.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's shoot, I don't even know where to start because I was like, oh man, okay, yeah, oh man, and then when Dream and his lady started talking, you know, it was like, okay, yep,
Mm-hmm.
experience that, yeah, I know exactly what they talking about,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I know about that feminine energy, you know, well, you got to heal it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know, when that love come through. Because when I first got my reading, my Akashic record reading from it was just some years back,
Mhm.
from Khadijah, you know, that's the first thing she told me. Like, look, Lionel, you gotta heal that what you got going on with your mama. And I was like, God damn, how she know that? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta heal that feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, man, it was a little bit difficult. Well, not hard, but just a little challenging because you know how we program.
Right.
You know, when you grow up on listening to certain music,
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a neighborhood where every man, you can't show no femininity, you can't show any weakness, you know.
For sure.
And so you just take on these attributes. And even when you're sensitive about something,
Mm-hmm.
you can't even show that, you know. Because
Right.
I done seen some fights, man, with dudes getting the shit beat out of them, man. And I would jump in there and stop it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
inside,
It was
I would
probably
just
me.
be
It
feeling
was
this
probably me because that was probably me. But go ahead.
you was kicking ass, you was getting your
I
ass
was
kicked.
getting my ass kicked, but go ahead.
hey, like we used to say, you fought though.
Oh
But
man, yeah, I know what you mean though.
my stomach would start turning, and you know I'm looking at everybody just watching, like, man, y'all ain't gonna stop this shit,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I just jump in, and these were some dudes, you know, that you don't really want to, you know, deal with like on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, hey man, he had enough, bro. He had enough. You proved your point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but inside, this shit would give me a queasy feeling, you know,
Mhm.
like I wanted to vomit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Another dude
For
would be,
sure.
man, he beat his ass. And I'd be like, man, that shit did something to me, you know.
Right.
And I like a good fight more than anybody because I used to box.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, you know, it's a point. You got him, it's over with, you know.
Right.
But I'm rambling on here as I usually do.
Oh, you
but
good?
you always have that nurturing and healing energy. And
For
even
sure.
when she told me that I had this healing energy, I didn't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah, you got the healing energy. And I knew it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, yeah, you want to hear like you the warrior king and the warrior
Sure.
prince and, you know, you want some Bruce Lee shit.
Sure.
But
I think
and that was a
that's
big thing
that
for me.
Ogun. That's that Ogun energy, you know, versus the Shango energy. And I guess you could learn a lot from Shango having that Ogun energy because it's all about your opposite where you got to learn from, as opposed to because it's an assertive action that can actually free you. There's a freeness within you that can actually be exposed when you assert your masculine energy in a healing form without that queasy feeling. Because, like Dreamwise was saying on the previous call, that's the ego saying, you know, gotta kind of be in the background. You ain't gotta do nothing. You know, it ain't your. He a big dude. He might beat you up. You know what I'm saying? All of these particular things, but you gotta move past that and kind of step into it because that's just your natural healing. That's what you do. You know, you a healer. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real thing. You know. And it's not a point of being ashamed of it. It's more of embracing it, and that's what you can actually learn from the Shango archetype, or the Shango Orisha, or the Shango.
Exactly. And I've embraced it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's even when I wanted to fuck somebody up on a spiritual tip instead of doing the ritual to fuck them up, especially somebody I had a relationship with, you know. Those thoughts come like, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker up. I'm like, you know what? Nah, send that healing energy, you know. I just go in and send that healing energy. Most of the time, people was hurt, like my ex-wife. You know, she kept dragging me in and out of court, and you know, sitting there, just saying stuff that wasn't true, man, and you know, she painted me as a abuser. And I was like, you doing this shit in front of these white folks? I'd be goddamn, you know. Everybody in the court looking at me like, you know. But anyway.
But then you go within yourself and heal that part of yourself, and you don't get this, and then it becomes the different. So when you have this healing energy, it's always an indication of some type of healing or some type of inner work that you can do. And you can't never change the past, but you can go into somewhere that's parallel to the past, and you can change the energy and vibration to it. And it's like, you know, whatever you fear at this point, it'll manifest, or at that point you is manifesting the last thing you would expect, because that's how ironic and that's how tricky your energy is. It'll manifest the last thing you expect, but you able to manifest it in a different way once you go within yourself and heal that part.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things I started doing. I was healing her. What I would do, I would go into my imagination, put my palm face up like the heart chakra, and send white light. I picture her heart as a rock, throwing a rock around it. So I would send the light hitting her heart chakra. It would go from green to pink to gold. Now I imagine the gold going through her veins, her body, and she bursting and being illuminated. So I would do that over and over and over and send her healing energy. And I know that shit worked, you know.
Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. That worked just the same way as I'm about to walk to the store and get me some juice. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. You just told me directions to the store right now. You told me something simple and plain. You feel me? Anybody with ears can listen and do that. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they got ears, let them hear. You understand what I'm saying? There's always some wisdom. And it's the simple shit, OG. You know, it's not the advanced things. It's simple shit just like that. It take a whole person to a whole nother level. Relationship be on a whole nother level. They do that simple thing you just explained. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing I did, I called her and I asked her if she needed to hear this physically for me to forgive me for everything I've done in our relationship. Forgive me if I've hurt you directly or indirectly, knowingly, unknowingly. You know, forgive me for anything I've said, I've done. And I would do that too. I would visualize myself on one knee and grabbing her hand and asking for her forgiveness. And I did this with everybody I had unresolved issues with. Not the men. I wouldn't grab their goddamn hands. You know. I would ask them to forgive me, and I would visualize I have them in an old jail cell. I see the jail breaking down. I see the chains coming off, and I would just see them walking into a forest in a white light, asking to forgive me, and I forgive you, and I would just see them jail coming down, the chains breaking, and walking off into the white light. I did that with everybody. Well, mostly everybody. Somebody, I'm still fucking up. The cops that kicked my ass at 18, they still get me.
For sure.
They
For
still
sure.
getting it. Judge, she still getting it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
For sure.
They still getting it.
For
But
sure.
when I first opened my heart chakra, I was crying all the damn time.
Mhm.
You know, I would just watch a movie and tears would come down.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm just like, man, what's wrong with me? You know, I was crying all the time,
Mhm.
and it was just like, man, I'm becoming a bitch. What is wrong with me?
Mhm.
And I was the type, like I said, I was the type of masculine guy who, and I didn't understand at the time that was fear of being in a committed relationship.
Right.
You know, I was kind of little, I'm a player.
Right.
I don't need to be tied down. But
Right.
really, I was, which I did like that lifestyle
For sure. For
at
sure.
the time.
Mhm.
But I didn't know a lot of times of women I really did like, that really could have had built something with.
For sure.
I was self-sabotaging.
100%.
And I didn't understand that was fear. I was like,
100%.
why did I do that?
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
There it is.
You know. And I know this one sister was my soulmate.
Mhm.
And you know, I know why I did it was fear. I ended up having a baby on her.
Mhm.
And you know, I never got over it. Well, I got over it, but it took me a while.
For sure.
'Cause I would look up and see what she was doing, and I seen her at Comic Con with some white dude, and I'm like, shoot, this goof ass motherfucker. But you know, it was the point. You know, like, okay, look what you did to it.
Mhm.
Look what you did. Look how you reacted. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
Mhm.
And even though physically I couldn't call her, well, I could have, but I didn't want to do that. I just, in my imagination, I you know, asked for forgiveness and did the same thing. And we was talking about that lack. I'm all over the place. We was talking about that lack. It took me a while because I grew up poor.
Sure.
When you grow up poor, it takes a while to exercise that lack, like the sister was just saying. I would look at these videos every morning, on repeat, and exercise that lack out of my life. And I did that for a while. And I was telling you about that $100,000 I got, but how I did that. I did that during the Diwali festival, you know.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to relax me off to, and all that. And I was just putting stuff up there to relax.
And your
also,
house
I was
was real clean during this time. I take it. You a clean person?
Yeah. Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, but during this particular time, you was on your JO, right?
Oh yeah. And like I said, I was masturbating and putting the semen on the third eye and on the heart and telling them to come to me. So like I said, she came and broke me off some pussy and everything. And when I was telling you that I got the confirmation, I was telling you last week, my cousin had transitioned in like around 96. And she the one came to me in this big hall. I couldn't remember. And she handed me it was on like a tablet, a notebook. And she was like, I did it for you already. And I was reading it, and I kept reading. I said, okay, I'll remember this when I wake up. I'll remember this when I wake up. I'll remember what I'm reading when I wake up. But I couldn't remember that shit for nothing. I read it a dozen times, trying to, okay, I remember this when I can remember what this said. I couldn't. But I knew that was a confirmation that it was coming through. You know, and didn't know how it was going to come. And,
See,
but I guess we got to put out. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's probably, you know, a lot of things, a lot of jewels, a lot of wisdom, and the whole process of manifesting and the kind of sacrifices and the way that you put your energy on the line to get to that level, man. A lot of people might be like, you know, how did you do that, or how you manifest, or how you get money? This is how. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself on that next level and in that next plane and really understand the festivals, understand the energy, do your research, understand the times and how to really address these particular energies. And you might want $100,000. You know what I'm saying? You might want 2 million. You might want some extra cash. You understand it? These things ain't nothing wrong with them, and you just gotta be sincere and about that life. And what you putting down, OG, is that you about that life. You understand? And that's beautiful to me.
And I don't know if you mentioned that, was Dream mentioned it, that yeah, that black people don't do this, black people don't do. He might have been talking about a white dude. Black
Mm-hmm.
people don't do this, black people.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big thing I had to break through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'd be meditating under a tree. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, niggas don't do this shit. What you doing? This some corny shit. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm doing my candle magic. Man, what you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that ego kept fucking with me, trying to get me out of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, niggas don't do this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I got to the point where, fuck it, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck what niggas do. I'm doing it. So I had to break through. I mean, I did everything from urine therapy. I poured a hot candle. I did the candle. I poured the shit on my head. That shit burnt the hell out of me. But I was trying to break through, you know. And I knew when I was doing the urine therapy, I'm like, man, fuck, I'm drinking my own piss. What the hell is this? Break through. Keep going. Keep going.
You know, that's powerful, man.
You know?
A lot of people will look at that and be like, oh, that's crazy. But, you know, we talking about like power here, and a lot of people have like real diseases, real pain, real sickness, real shit going on. And they'll be like, well, drink your goddamn piss. And they'd be like, hell no. And then they'd be like, okay, take this pill that's made from piss. But you don't know it's made from piss. They got some old type of weird scientific name, but it ain't no healing that's really going on besides urine. And that's a real live mystery that you hitting on, and a lot of people gonna hear it and be like, well, that's kind of disgusting, which I know it is, but your ass walking around here with pain all in your left limb and shit, and don't know what the fuck to do about it. So it ain't really about that, you know what I'm saying? It's really about healing. So you touching on some shit, OG.
Exactly. And I had built up so much light. It's like when I close my eyes, you know, when you were a kid, you close your eyes and put a flashlight in front of your face. That's how I look. I'm like, shit, man, I can't even sleep, you know. And then all these spirits just kept coming to me all the time. Like, man, what the fuck y'all want? You know. And these was like famous people. So I say, well, you know what? I was wearing these certain T-shirts, getting these T-shirts with the favorite people, and every T-shirt I wore, boom, that person would come to me. But I had to chill out on that because I had a what's my man from the '60s? Purple, the dude with the guitar. God, I'm going blank.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix. And that motherfucker tried to put his dick in my mouth. Now, ho, what the fuck? Nah, real talk. And I'm like, you know, and I'm like, that motherfucker. So I was like, okay, he was in them '60s, man. They was doing all that shit, so they was doing that real. All right, man. So this was years ago. So recently, my girl spent the night, and she kept my doggone one of the Jimi Hendrix T-shirts. So she wore it to sleep, and I said, you had a sexual dream last night, huh? You know, my girl, she ain't into none of this.
Right.
You know I am, but she on. I said, Jimmy came and broke you off last night, huh? I said, you could tell me. Well, I like, yeah, I know he did. That's why I wear that goddamn shirt no more. I know goddamn well he did. Freaky ass shit.
Thank you so much. Oh man, I needed this, bro. Damn, you got me wanting to go to the thrift store now, man. Look and see who I want to go in the dream world with now. I'm gonna be looking online. I'm gonna try to get me an Eartha Kitt T-shirt like ASAP, because that's somebody that I be really.
Yeah. And then I had all kind of ancestors coming to me when I was doing ancestral work. I had I stay in Texas, and so I just got a letter out the blue from Chicago. Mabel Jackson, my last name Jackson, so Mabel Jackson from Chicago left me a house.
Wow.
I don't know Mabel Jackson in Chicago. Who is Mabel Jackson? But I know my mom and daddy was from Mississippi, and all of them moved to the Midwest. You know, after his generation, all of them moved to Ohio, Michigan, Nebraska, Illinois, Wisconsin, St. Louis, all that Midwest area. So I know my mom would always tell me she had a lot of people in the Midwest. So Mabel Jackson. I'm like, and I just kept throwing it to the side, like, how, where's this shit coming from? Didn't understand. So I finally, like, Mom, you know Mabel Jackson? She's like, yeah, that's my daddy's sister. That's one of my aunts. She's staying in Wisconsin. So I'm like, well, she don't stay in Chicago? Nah, not that I know of. So it finally came to me when my mama went to the family union, got the book. They did the family tree. Mabel Jackson, another, she finally came to me. She said, look, I was leaving you this guy doggone quick. I started doing the spitting the liquor, calling out the names. And she was telling me that was her. She was sending that shit to me. But at the time, I didn't put it together. I'm just like, then I was looking, I was like, this shit on MLK in Chicago, that shit might be fucked up. I was like, let me go online and look at it. It was a nice little crib. It was a nice crib. And for whatever reason, I didn't act on it,
Right.
And I was like, I ain't going up there to spend that money. And wow, that shit sound like a Tyler Perry movie. I ain't doing that shit. But it was just showing you how when you fuck with the man sister, they fuck with you back.
For sure.
They fuck with you back. Even if you ain't met them in a physical, they just appreciate you giving them that energy.
For sure. And that's
they
a
help
fact.
them rise up, because I'm going to be stuck like a mug.
That's a fact, man. I love talking to you, Lionel, man. Just, always call in and drop us these little jewels and these gems and these wisdoms, because you got away with a history and a spirituality, and I know you got story after story after story. So, whenever it moves you to call in, man, do so.
Yeah, I'm going to get that reading. I had looked it up the other day. I'm going to get that reading.
Okay, for sure.
There's one more thing I want to
Go ahead.
You wouldn't have to be left-handed, would you?
I am.
I'm left-handed too. August 23rd, I'm left-handed. God, they hit me last week. I said, I'm asking me, I wonder, is he left-handed?
Left-handed.
I'm
I'm left-handed though. Like a lot of people be right hand, left hand. I'm like left. Like I don't know what to do with my right hand. My right hand. Good for nothing.
I'm hip.
Good for
Damn.
nothing.
Okay. It just hit me last week to ask you that. I've been listening to this like Good Morning America. I get up in the morning, drop my daughter off at school, and I usually put my music on when I'm working out. But man, let me get doggone tune in. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. God damn. Okay.
Yep. It's a strong connection between me and you, brother. That's why I say, reach out. Let's talk about it. It's a lot of things we can't talk about. You the older me. You got more. What people like about me, they like about you. Just you like an older version, like an older brother or something to that effect. So, it's more to it. So just a lot of things we can explore and a lot of things we can understand. You know what I'm saying? Just through the conversation with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an interesting connection.
Yeah. And I heard you say yesterday that August 22nd and 23rd and 24th for Royalty. And it's funny because my wife was born on August 22nd. It was just funny, and I know where was my soulmate. It didn't work out, but
Yeah, you don't necessarily marry your soulmate. You tend to marry the woman that you're supposed to marry, and your wife don't gotta be your soulmate. Your wife just gotta be your wife, and you just gotta be her husband. The same way, Burger King ain't your dream job, but that don't mean you gonna just be fucking up Whoppers and shit because it ain't your dream job. No, you do the best. You make the best goddamn Whopper Junior you can. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you at right now. Wherever you at, and whoever it's our responsibility to love our wives as wives and not really as soulmates, and allow our soulmates to show up in different places in different areas, through businesses, through friendships, through children, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think well, I know she was. I don't think I know she
Mhm.
was, but all this freaked out,
Mhm.
that she would see the spirits. She
Mhm.
was like, I see all these spirits in the house, these devils, and I mean, ain't no goddamn devils. You
Mhm.
talk to them, ask them what the hell they want, like anybody else coming to the door. What you want?
Mhm.
But she just didn't understand that whole concept, and it scared her. And I see all these spirits, like shit. Ask them what they want, just like I do. What
Mhm.
you want? Who are you? What you want?
Mhm.
But I couldn't get her on that, and she wasn't even a sister who went to church, but she got in that old goof ass church, and that was that.
Yeah.
And I like, damn, you don't get in the church, you're not the one that's gonna give you some goddamn money. Goddamn,
Mhm.
you get in the church with the dope fingers and shit, and niggas getting out of prison. Shit, show me how to get some goddamn prosperity. If I'm gonna go to goddamn church,
Right.
shit,
Right. I mean, and this
you
church
know.
is like that though.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It says shit, but I knew she was my soulmate, but sometimes in this physical realm, we came together and we were supposed to be for the time we were supposed to be, and
Mhm.
that's that. And I wish I could have. I ain't gonna wish because everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. But I wish I'd have been more open to being vulnerable
Mhm.
while we were together.
Right.
And I really wasn't that open. I was still a little more rigid,
Mhm.
in my thought process, and stubborn, which I got, that goes. It's a process,
Yeah, but the
to
same way
open.
you can change your past with other stuff. You can still change your past with the whole relationship thing. Is more or less of a vibration that you feeding into, where me and you can have a whole conversation on so much magic shit, and then we start talking about your soulmate, and then it's like, you forget about your abilities and things of that nature. But that's how it worked. But that's how come we got to have conversations, because first thing we got to remind ourselves of our abilities. The second thing we got to do is use them, and we can't look at this situation in an aspect of this is how it is. I'm not going to,
Hmm.
not even in a way where that girl come back to you, but you actually think about it in a more healthier way, because it can disrupt your vibration too, just looking at stuff in the
Yeah.
incorrect way.
And it's funny. I was thinking about what Green was saying earlier about he ready to get the hell up out of here sometimes. That's how I be feeling sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, look, my mission ain't complete yet. I ain't ready to get the hell on.
Right.
Hey, man, it's about time for me to goddamn boogie.
Right.
This shit here, goddamn, this shit's just over and over the same goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to go to the party because I done seen the goddamn party. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, shit, man, I'm ready to go to the party and get my goddamn party on. But I guess, I don't guess I know shit. Okay, there's still some shit left for me to do down here, I guess.
It's some shit that's
Uh,
left for you to do down here, and it's some easy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's some real easy shit. It's some cool shit, but it's still some shit that you need to do. But you doing it. You know what I'm saying? And you more or less are following your intuition and having fun and enjoying and sharing and making sure that your vibrations is high. That might be the only
yeah,
thing that your ass need to do down here. You know what I'm saying? But it's a thing to do nonetheless. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, man. I really enjoyed it today. And this one thing I want to speak. We all was talking about the
Mm-hmm.
how people can incarnate black into white, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's one thing I ain't gonna say I struggle with
Mm-hmm.
because I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I think every book in my library got doggone, except the social books. Most
Mm-hmm.
of them, shit, about 85% of them by white folks. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, or people with white skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but where I stay in a town called Beaumont,
Beaumont,
Beaumont, Texas,
Texas.
and
There's some beautiful women down there, man. Oh my, those in Beaumont, and I seen
okay,
what looked to me like mermaids. I think they had fins and shit. They were just gliding around the goddamn papados. I wanted to move. I wanted to just come down there and live there because I ain't never seen beings that beautiful before. But yeah, that's my experience of both.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay.
I know what I'm
And
talking
you know,
about.
down here you got yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you know, down here, you know, you got a lot of little small towns. Like, you know,
Mhm.
them motherfuckers think this the 30s or some shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So you deal with that, and in a lot of places down south, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You deal with that. You still deal with that undeserved white arrogance, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
So, you know, I was like, okay, man, I ain't gonna react. That's what they, you know, they don't know. You know, I know who I am. So I was like, okay, how can I goddamn just not go off on them all the time? I want to tell you. So what I started doing, I started going in my mind and just making them as small. They had this old commercial. The frosted side is for the kid in me,
Mhm.
and the frosted mini wheats, you know,
Mhm.
where the adult would turn into a fucking kid,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know. And I started doing that, you know. When they do that, I just boom, turn their ass into a kid. I just fucking little kid playing grown. So I would turn their ass into a fucking child, you know. And you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what you're a fucking child. Boom, you fucking kid. So you know, you barely at my goddamn knee, you know. So
I remember that damn commercial, man.
you remember? You remember? So that's how I went in and started dealing with that white supremacy, arrogance, you know, like, all right, boom, fucking child, man, get out of here, you know. And it became funny to me, you know,
Mhm.
seeing them what, you know, they should just,
See, I see you, man.
yeah, yeah.
You be putting in work though, man. You be putting in major work. Man, I swear, if you had a YouTube page, boy, your ass would be, man, your ass would be viral. God damn.
Yeah.
Your shit funny, man. It's funny. And the reason why it's so funny is because it's so damn real. So it's just like it hit a special
Mm-hmm.
spot in people, and you got the whole. I don't know. You could call in and we could chop it up, man. But the things that you got to say, they meant for people to hear. They wasn't always just meant for you,
Mm-hmm.
because you done dropped so many gems within this conversation that if a person had a pen or a pad and just started to do the simple shit that you said do, their whole life would change. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you ain't gonna be worrying about that. 'Cause even when I go to barber shop and I look my homeboy went to DC one time for my cousin had a 30th birthday party in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my homeboy, we went out there and kicked it, had a great time. So we was in front of the White House. It was election year,
Mm-hmm.
and they came and interviewed us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up to the boom, put the camera up and started asking me questions. Then they asked me questions after that. He said, "Man, I sound like a goddamn fool, bro."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love her, boy, but what she did though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, where you think they're gonna show that at? I said, "Oh man, don't worry about that shit, man. Fuck it, man. You talk like you talk, you know, fuck it."
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit bothered him so much
Mm-hmm.
that now he was a barber. You go in the shop, he got it on MSNBC,
Mm-hmm.
CNN, everything political. And
Mm-hmm.
this was years ago. So, yeah, let the motherfuckers put their camera in my face. Now I have something for him.
Mm-hmm.
That shit bothered his ass so goddamn much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just about goddamn, he didn't sound right when, you know, when they put their camera in his face, he sounded crazy.
Right.
Instead of just laughing at that shit, you know, that bothered him to this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he be like, man, he wanted, I like, man, Carl, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so when I'm looking at it in the barbershop and I see him out, I just picture him the same way, boom, as little kids, you know what I'm saying? Fucking preschoolers,
Yeah. And
you know, having a goddamn bargain.
that's so interesting, man. That's so interesting and so powerful. That if you can hold that resonance, your goddamn supervisor ain't gonna hold that same energy, 2 weeks in or you practice. Oh man, that'll be your whole work life would be like, cause you might envision them to be big monsters and things of that nature, but you start envisioning people that's really getting on your nerves as little kids, like that goddamn Frosted Mini Wheats commercial. Oh my
Yep.
god. Oh man,
Yep.
that's magic, man.
Yep.
Because I remember that. I don't even be remembering commercials, but that commercial, it was a dude. He was reading the paper and then he ate the cereal. He turned straight into a little baby, and he had the glasses on and the
Yep.
suit. I remember that shit clear as day.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
And man, that's some magical shit.
Yep.
That's some
But a lot of
magical
times,
shit.
yep. And it's so simple, you know.
Yeah, it
We
is.
try to make it difficult, but it's so simple. The power of the doggone mind.
Man.
And I got a homeboy working at the post office. He say, man, I come in there like I'm like a lizard or a salamander. He say, I'm late every day. They don't tell me nothing because he imagine himself crawling on the wall, invisible. You know, he crawl on the wall, invisible. He crawl on the ceiling. He like, people be like, man, why they don't never tell me shit? He's like, man, I don't tell him nothing. He say, I just be like, I don't know. You know. He said, man, they don't never tell you. Come in when you want to. They don't never tell you nothing.
Man,
I
Lionel,
feel them, they gonna
man,
think I'm
I got a
crazy.
book, man. I gotta go, man. This has been great.
Okay, bet.
But look, man, call in tomorrow. Call in whenever, man. This show is yours, man. You got it, bro. I did this for you. You killed it,
man,
man. I
I
appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it, Hood. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it, Hood, man. I'm gonna get that reading because I'm gonna get that. We're gonna talk about my astral chart because I
Yeah.
didn't look it up. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, for sure. We going. I'm gonna look it up, and then I'm gonna type something up for you too. So it's gonna be all put together for you.
All right, bet.
All right,
And y'all
man.
have a great one, man.
You too,
Hood,
Lionel.
man. I appreciate you.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you. I mean, this is gonna be recorded. You know, I'm gonna be able to listen to this. So, you know, thank you for this, man. Cause the laughter, it was from a different place, Lionel. Thank you. Hey,
Oh man, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna text you because I just want to get your email address and people want to reach out to
Okay,
you.
bet.
So, you know, you got, people Dreamwise, he share our same birthday, and I'm sure you got a connection
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
And y'all in Texas too together. Y'all both call back to back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna exchange numbers with y'all and make sure y'all get in contact with each other if that's okay.
Okay, bet. That'll
All
work.
right, man. Thank you, man. We'll talk.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, have a great
Y'all
day.
stay up.
You too, man.
All right, you too.
Hey. All right, family. We is out of this thing. What an excellent show today. I really appreciate all the callers, Lionel, Dreamwise, my astrotheologist friend who got this thing popping. You know, everybody that called in, thank you for calling in. Really make this show watchable and people like to tune in thanks to y'all. So I couldn't do this shit by myself. So much love, much respect for y'all taking out time and energy to call in, have people kind of help people in ways that I couldn't. Lionel, Dreamwise, D-Ray put out some powerful downloads that if you just was paying attention and you eyes in your relationship and your magic, you could turn up levels. With that being said, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out Dreamwise. Shout out D-Ray once again. Miss Love Life. Tanisha. Stray. Spiritual Butterfly. Miss Love Life. Yeah. Tiffany. Another thing, I'm about to start these Patreon readings, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and end this live, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll discuss some more. Peace out.